Hey, podcast listeners. To catch up on the news stories that you need to know, join me, Gabriel Sunday, for The Sunday Show. It's like the New York Daily, but with full-blown musical numbers. We got some violence, a lot of tasty and drugs.
Marijuana's cool, man.
Politics, sex. We got gay sex, and some straight stuff too.
I think I've heard enough.
And even some of your favorite guest stars stopping by.
You're monsters.
So check us out wherever you get your podcasts.
Here we go.
The Sunday Show, Sundays, sometimes Mondays, on Starburns Audio.
Starburns Audio.
Dan and Ren and Jay will share tales of folks so unaware they lack in grace and sometimes choose the life they choose will make the news. Breaking down each epic fail in Florida, there's half-price bail. I'm happy to say they couldn't make this up. So listen to our podcast jam with co-hosts Arm and Dan. Bender, don't be a jerk, cause when the music hits the funny hits and we are gonna take you down. Stick around. Make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population you. Population Holmes. Dave Holmes.
Hi.
Hi, Dave.
Holmes. Hello,
Our old
sir.
friend from
you?
MTV, from
Yeah.
St. Louis.
St.
Welcome to
Louis,
town, Dave.
Missouri.
From
Thank
the
you so
comedy
much.
world. Hi, Dave.
Hi.
It's
Oh,
so good
happy
to see you. We were
good to
just
see you.
talking with you about
Yeah.
the sad news about Rick Ocasek. A
Yes.
lot of people, it comes in threes. Who else? Eddie Money,
Yeah.
Daniel Johnson,
Uh-huh.
and Rick Ocasek. There's three.
Is that the three?
Yeah. Well,
I hope that's it.
so I went back and watched, in honor of it, I went back and watched The Cars 1978 on Midnight Special, which is where a lot of
boy.
bands perform live.
Yeah.
And they actually did perform the songs on that show. There was live performances on that show, which was like American Bandstand, where it was completely, like their
Lip-synced.
mics aren't even plugged in on
Sure.
American Bandstand.
Oh, no, of course. Yeah.
So that was a show where they played. And this is how dumb I was. I thought Rick Ocasek sang all the songs. Sang
Right.
Just What I Needed.
No, that's Ben Orr.
Yeah.
Right.
So Ben Orr,
Who died in 2000.
gorgeous blonde-haired looking dude.
Yeah, it looks like Betty Boop.
Looks Betty
He looked like Betty Boop, or he looked like Christopher
Question.
Walken in that
Young,
1982 Bond, like View to a Kill. You know
Right,
what I mean? Like
yeah.
when he was the villain in that.
so
thing.
so yeah. So he looks great and he's got such a good voice. And then you realize like, you know, the Cars gave us like the first like gang vocals and like
Sure.
those choruses, the poppiness of those songs. And I know Rick Ocasek wrote a lot of the
My
music.
favorite's
and-
Drive.
Drive.
Also Ben Orr.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah,
Ben Orr, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I can't imagine. I mean, I was alive in 1978, but kind of too young to know what was what.
Right.
My older brothers had the album for sure.
Right.
But I can't imagine being old enough to know things in 1978 and then picking up that album.
Right.
And just like there's not a bad
Being
thing
old
on it.
enough to know things.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just being aware.
100%.
Just
Right.
being like musically aware.
Right. That must have been so startling.
To for that thing to come out. Yeah, I mean there are moments where albums are coming out now that you're just like,
Ooh, there's like a bunch of great songs on this
yeah.
album.
I mean the Vampire Weekend album that came out this year that is basically 4 albums. I'm like, there are 16 songs that I absolutely love on this and
Yeah.
2 that I like.
Right.
And there's 18 songs that's
Yeah.
just
Well, you hear
mind
that
blown.
too, like
Sure.
people that, like with the first time people listen to the Moody Blues, like, what is this?
What's
like,
going
Yes,
on?
yeah.
I got that with the second Nathaniel Rateliff album. I
Ooh.
like both of them, but the
Yeah.
second one I was
Yeah,
like,
it did that.
my
too.
But
goodness, man.
those are all. I mean, they're all good albums. I've been listening to the Sam Fender record, which is great, but it's like it seems like it took from Sam's Town from The Killers what that album took from Born to Run.
Right.
So it's like I love this, but it also sounds like two things I already
Derivative,
love.
right? So the
Like-
Cars came and it just
and
blew
it was
it,
just like,
out of the
what
water. Like,
is
what
this?
the hell is this?
What is this? Why
What
are
is
there-
this keyboard
Yeah.
mixed in with these really poppy riffs with like hard, straightforward guitar?
But like pop and new wave, and also a Keishi classic immediately.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just crazy.
It's insane.
I love
Totally
it.
insane.
And you talk about awareness, and this show is all about people who aren't aware.
A lot of
That's
lack
true.
of-
What a segue.
Lack of awareness. And that is the joy that we have in this world. When people have giant blind spots and aren't aware of anything in life, that is when we step in and say, we've got to make this funnier because, God damn
Yeah.
it, the world's getting dumber, Dave Holmes.
It sure is.
I see it all the time. I'm sure you see it too.
Yeah.
How do we defend ourselves from it through comedy, right?
I guess so. I don't know. I had a great. I'm not to brag. I'm just back from
No,
London.
do it.
Oh,
wow.
Went to the London Podcast Fest, which you should do.
Ooh.
Beautiful. I want to do that.
So much fun. And I had this isn't colossal stupidity, but it was a real good, dumb, quick conversation that I had, which I loved it, and I didn't.
You didn't want it to end?
I didn't want it to end, and it was so brief. I was at a bar called Dalston Superstore. It's kind of in northeast London. It's sort of like this funky, queer, sort of like not quite a club, not quite a pub, whatever. And like a lot of pubs and bars and clubs, there's like a jug of water in the back. So if you get a little overheated on the dance floor, you can go
Hit that water jug.
hit a little glass of water. So I did. And this one, there was ice and like slices of cucumber, right?
Nice.
So I went back. I was having a refreshing glass of water, and this very drunk woman came up and went, "Is this water?" and like pointed at it, and it was
Because
like, "Yeah."
she feared it was vodka.
I don't know what she
Or
thought it was.
something.
I don't know
Molly
what she thought
water,
it was.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, it is." And she like gave it a good long look. She said, "Right, with cukes in," and then just walked away. And I was like,
She's the
I
woman
love
who
you.
just. So when I have an English bulldog that whenever anything in our house drops or hits the floor, he loses his brain.
"Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah."
And I used to be like, calm down, dude, calm down. But what I realize now after hearing your story is my English bulldog is this English woman.
Yeah.
Just to walk up. That water? Is that water?
Yeah.
With cakes in it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then walks away. So that's all he's doing.
Let me shout and identify it.
Yeah.
That thing just dropped on the ground.
Yeah.
We're in a room.
All right. Well, that's a little dumb starter for us.
An amuse-bouche.
And a dumb amuse-bouche to get things kicked off.
Dad,
Let's
you
jump
have
into
a story. I know
Okay, you
do.
ready?
Yes.
I'm going to read you the headline because I love when that's all we would need.
Yeah.
Ohio man sues. Okay, they should have put a comment here. I'll do it. Ohio man sues after legless juggalo crashes into him with golf cart at Insane Clown Posse gathering.
Okay. So
Okay. Yeah, they're levels.
Juggalos as a people are very litigious. We know that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Legless in the sense of very drunk, or legless in the
legs.
sense
No
of
legs.
A man
zero
with
legs.
No legs at
Does
the
not have a single
Insane
leg.
Clown Posse gathering.
How
of
is
the
he
Juggalos.
driving?
How is
the
he
golf
accelerating
cart?
on this
Yeah, are we
golf
doing?
cart?
Is it?
Is that
Is it
How's he
ease?
braking? More importantly,
He does it with
Some cars
have hand
have
things.
the hand thing.
yeah, maybe he's customized it.
He might have.
So
Was
the
this a
gathering of
car
the
or a cart?
Golf cart.
Cart.
So when the gathering of the Juggalos comes to town,
Yes.
which it is a regular and annual thing, and I would hasten to say, go read Nathan Rabin's book.
Yes.
Nathan Rabin's
You
book.
don't like me, but you
don't know me. Or you don't like me and you don't know me, or but you don't know me. Where he goes and follows Fish and the Juggalos. He
a
goes
great book.
deep into both those things while he himself is dealing with losing his own mind.
Yeah.
Brilliant book, and you really understand the Juggalos. But when that thing comes to town, get out. Go
Yeah,
somewhere
no,
else.
what are
go,
you doing?
Go
But this
somewhere
guy's
else.
at the gathering. He went to it.
Oh.
And got hit by a legless guy driving a golf cart at the gathering as well, which to me is like, I don't know if I'd complain. That's the most bad. Like, you have unlocked some sort of gathering merit badge.
I would argue if you don't get hit by a legless man in a golf cart at a
something.
gathering of Juggalos, you should get your money back.
Right.
Absolutely.
Like in a video game, that would be an unlockable. Like you
Right.
have to get run over
I'm
by
now
a
on-
legless guy in a golf cart.
And
at
now
the
I
gathering.
jumped 2 levels.
I
But
have not been to a gathering of the Juggalos.
Neither have we.
surprisingly.
only read
I
about
feel
it.
like I could see you doing a
report
like
there?
assignment.
a piece,
Yeah.
like
That'd
be
going
so
underground with paint on the face.
or overground.
Do
To
it during
me-
the election year, Dave.
Maybe
on,
I think it'll be the tensest one yet, or not. Maybe the
Wouldn't you
level
be
of
interested?
chaos.
Because it's probably this,
Brian Posehn did comedy at the gathering of
Right,
the Juggalos.
that's
He
what I'm
told us that. That's
Colt Cabana
insane.
goes almost every year. So
It's insane.
if
Clown Posse.
it's in August, wouldn't it be great to go there next year and find out a few months before the election, where are the Juggalos leaning?
yeah.
yeah.
What's that? What's that?
Like,
Who-
are they
who's
Bernie
got the,
Bros?
Who's
They
got the
love
Juggalo
Elizabeth
vote?
Warren?
No, I definitely don't think they love.
Well, you know they
Elizabeth
hate Mike Pence.
Warren. They do hate Mike Pence.
I mean,
They
who
have
knows?
to.
But they're putting on makeup, so that's the one thing we forgot to mention about this legless guy in a golf cart. Is
Is
that
he was dressed like a clown?
face
Probably.
makeup like a clown,
It's not
like an insane
maybe.
clown.
really.
I mean, we're not just talking a
Unstable
regular
clown.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's a
not a
moment where
sensible
you're
clown.
at that festival and you're like, look at this clown, and you're talking about everyone.
vision of the festival is like the brown acid bummer tent from Woodstock, but only that.
Yes. I actually think it's probably pretty fun. I
Really?
think people go.
You're just going to start going to festival. Now that you've done Burning Man.
Look,
you're like,
I think
sign
it's
me up for
Burning
Juggalo.
Man
Have you done
meets
Burning Man?
Sturgis.
I've never done Burning Man.
Burning Man meets Sturgis
That
with
seems
worse music.
sucking
Sturning Man.
noise.
Sturning Man.
Sturgis Man.
Right? Doesn't it feel...
Well, I've never. Well, you've been to Burning Man's. I can't speak.
I have been to Burning Man. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Oh,
I've been to
I
Burning
didn't know
Man.
you
Did
went,
anyone
Rand.
know
It's
that
been
I've-
5 minutes since you mentioned it.
Hot
I've been
clips
dying
out.
to go. I haven't been dying to go because I haven't gone. But I've been. It's been in the back of my mind for a long time.
Of course.
I would think I would go too. A lot of
do
right
you
conditions
want
would have to
get-
take place.
Dan, you would
conditions
love it.
must be.
I love
optimal.
subculture.
Dan,
So
you
you
would
would
love
love
it.
it.
You would
Anytime
love
I
it.
can be immersed in like something where I'm like, wow, everybody lives like this.
You
This is-
Yeah.
would love
I'm
this.
fascinated
So
by it.
I think we should all go to the Gathering of the Juggalos. But to me, it sounds like legless, clown-faced dudes just running willy-nilly.
Well, let's hear the
Sure.
story.
Okay.
In a golf cart,
Can-
just
yeah,
a
I told
Can
you
I
all we need
quickly
is a
tell
headline.
you
Yes.
the pitch that the one person who really like tried to get me to go to Burning Man
Yes.
gave me this pitch that I think is hilarious. I think I told you this.
Okay.
Okay, so he was like, "Let me give you the elevator pitch," which
Oh,
first of
God.
all is like,
Okay.
Can't wait to hear how
I don't
Randy
know about
feels
this.
about this.
He's like, okay, so we go and it's amazing. I'm not going to get into all the million ways that it's amazing,
Sure.
but I'm just going to tell you this: we were there for
On board.
7 days, and then we got in our RV and we drove back. And the first thing that we saw, the first thing of civilization that you see outside of Reno,
Let me guess.
is,
Can I guess what it is?
sure,
Is like they're just places where you can throw your trash away and
no,
a sign for food that says Indian tacos.
no,
Okay, because there's a lot of those.
okay. This goes back some years, so
Okay.
maybe there's been progress. I don't know. But
First
the
thing-
first thing he saw was an In-N-Out burger. And we were like, yeah, we're hungry. So we went inside and we gave the lady our order, and then we were finished, and there was a pause, and she looked at us, and we were like, why are you looking? Oh, that's right, we have to give you money.
Yeah, I did.
I was like, you did not forget
about how money
commerce
works.
Yeah, I did.
in a week.
Yep.
You don't
I'm
know,
sure you had a
Dave.
good week.
You
But
don't
we
know,
gave her
bro.
But
drugs.
come
That's how
on.
far it takes you away.
You
I
knew
offered
you couldn't
to
get
wash
a
her
fucking
hair.
double with a poem
I offered. You can't get a
after
double.
a week.
A
It's a
week.
good bit.
All
All right, ready?
God, but I do kind of want to go.
Juggalo is
No,
all.
Ohio
But I
man.
can also just do mushrooms in my backyard.
An Ohio man is suing after a legless juggalo allegedly crashed a golf cart into him at the 20th annual Juggalo Festival earlier this month.
This was the 20?
I guess.
Yeah.
Adam Batten is suing Ninjas in Action.
Is that
I know.
ninjas in action?
Yes.
What's he?
Or
Or is it ninjas in action? Meaning like inactive?
There's no acting. No, it's
Inactive.
Ninjas in
Ninjas at rest?
Action.
Yeah,
Okay.
ninjas
If
in
he
action.
doesn't, what's Adam Batten? 250?
Yeah.
I don't know.
330.
He's going to the Juggalos. 180.
He's batting about
below the
180.
Mendoza
Or
line.
420?
420.
Well, I didn't even do that on purpose, I promise.
smart.
Adam Batten is suing Ninjas in Action, a Michigan group that was holding the 20th annual gathering of the Juggalos, as well as the Lawrence County Recreational Park, where the event was held July 31st through August 3rd. Mark it for next year, friends. He filed the suit against them for negligence in Indiana Superior Court on August 28th because he says he sustained serious and permanent bodily injuries.
Okay.
Batten,
Well, at least he still has his legs.
yeah, Batten. That's what the guy said after he hit him.
Now everybody's
You're like-
gonna be like me.
You're like me now.
We're even.
Batten, a resident of Ohio, says he was attending the 20th annual gathering of the Juggalos at a music venue in the park called Shimmer Forest. Turn around. The Ford.
You sound like Fortnite like location.
It
Shimmer
does.
Forest.
Or somebody's playa name. Playa.
Playa.
Did you have a playa name?
I did.
Of course he did.
What was your
But I
playa
didn't do
name?
it this year.
Is it like a mantra you can't say it?
No, he
No.
can say it.
So on the morning,
Just
come
say
on,
the
just
name.
get to the name. On the morning that I drove up, my wife was already up there, and I had to.
What if this was the name?
This is my whole name, and I had to. what I called hot clip, but it's flat iron my daughter's hair for picture day because it was there for school, both my kids.
Mhm.
So I told that story and they called me hot clip.
That's his name.
Hot clip. I like that.
The
Like
4-day
hot chip.
fun.
But
The 4-day
Hot clip.
Insane Clown Posse Fan Festival was open to juggalos and non-juggalos alike. Us.
Well, I think that's
that's your
standard,
invitation, Dave Holmes.
right?
It had been advertised.
Do you have documentation that you're a juggalo?
Yeah, they'll know when you're
They'll
walking
know.
up.
Gotcha. Okay.
Had
What
been
if we were the gathering of the Jugalos?
there you go.
There
There's
has to
your
be a
album.
subsection of juggalos called Jugalos.
There
Jewish
has to be.
juggalos. Jewish juggalos?
Absolutely.
Okay, now I put it out there. I want people who are listening to this podcast who are Jewish, who go to the Gathering of the Juggalos, who call themselves the Gathering of the Jugalos, who do like Saturday morning services when they're
Sure.
there. Please let us know.
True question. Do
Or-
any of you think that anyone who's been to the Gathering of the Juggalo listens to this show?
Yep.
Yeah,
yes.
definitely.
Absolutely.
You do? I hope
absolutely.
so.
definitely think
I
someone.
hope so.
Definitely. And
Yes.
if you're out there,
It'd
we
make me
love you
feel
like
better about
we
us.
love you like PH family.
There you go. The Juggalos Gathering had been advertised as, quote, the craziest show on earth with, quote, controlled chaos, which means it's
Chaotic.
Not
controlled
chaos.
chaos,
'Cause-
Yeah.
right.
Attendees were promised a gathering with numerous musical performances, free camping, carnival ride parties, side shows, wrestling, and more.
Yeah.
That's what you want. Carnival
comedy
rides,
of Brian
parties, side shows.
Posehn.
Yeah. Despite the fact that the festival's rules prohibited golf carts, four-wheelers, or motorized vehicles,
This guy doesn't have legs.
Batten says that there were numerous golf carts driving around at the event. You're at the Juggalos. You're mad everybody's not
Not
going
only
by the
does
rules.
this guy not have legs, his argument doesn't have legs.
I
Yeah.
agree.
He has legs. He got hit in them.
Oh, no,
the other guy doesn't
driving
have
the
legs.
golf
The
cart.
driver
didn't
did not have legs.
Um,
The victim had legs.
Yes.
Still has
Prior to
legs.
the story.
Did he
I-
break
I-
his legs?
I don't know.
I mean, it knocked the Fago right out of his hands.
Oh, listen to this.
What a
Batten
mess.
says, this is now we know why he's suing. Batten says that while he is not a juggalo himself, he attended the event intending to shoot a documentary.
Oh.
Which also means he never shot the documentary. So
No.
just admit you like the music, man.
Right.
He is intended to shoot a lot of documentaries in his life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He's-
I'm going to do a documentary about...
Some people say I have an iPhone. Some
Yeah.
people say
Yeah.
I
I
intend to shoot a documentary.
Right.
What? I got iMovie.
Yeah.
What?
Shot on a sidekick. After arriving on the first day and seeking many, I think they meant seeing many golf carts and motorized vehicles being driven, Batten said he left and went to a nearby Walmart and purchased a small motorized bike. So now he's on a bike.
Okay.
Which is also not
Not supposed
Not
to happen.
cool.
that part of
So
the, part of
he's
the
also
controlled chaos.
negating his own argument
Right,
about how
you
they're not
are.
supposed to be allowed.
Yeah, but he's like, so if this is allowed,
Oh, these guys are allowed to do it,
so
so
now
I
I'm going to
can't
go
do
buy
it?
my
Yeah.
motorized bike.
At 1 a.m. on the final day of the festival.
He made it
said-
so far, he almost finished.
Batten said, with no documentary footage
I
to
know.
speak
Nothing.
of. Batten said he was riding his bike.
By the way, the documentary should be about how nobody follows the rules at a gathering.
Or
of
the
Juggalos.
lawsuit that it should
Yes.
follow this
This
whole
would be
thing.
an unbelievable documentary if you made it about
This is like the Juggalo version of the staircase.
That's right.
I love the elements of this story because this is what it says. Batten said he was riding his bike at 1 a.m. between the, quote, Bizarro World tent and the Drainer Road Pavilion
Trainer Road Pavilion.
when a golf cart with no headlights on began
boy.
driving erratically down the hill towards him at a high speed.
So get out of the
You're
way.
on a motorized bike.
Get out of the way.
Batten names the driver of the golf cart as a well-known juggalo named Alexander Less Legs Perkins, saying,
I'm going to look him up.
Can we come up with a better
I got
name?
a pick for you.
Can we come up with a better
Alexander
name? than
Less?
Alexander Less Legs
Legs.
Perkins.
Less legs.
Which would mean he has some, but less, but there should be no
He
legs.
is less than
Yeah.
you.
Saying,
You got two. He's got less.
right.
And also, it should be fewer legs.
Saying that Perkins crossed the center lane and crashed into him. How about at the Gathering
Alexander-
Juggalo? They've created center
But
lanes.
where are his legs?
no
Alexander
passing
Less Legs who?
Perkins. I have a picture of him. Do you
I
want to
know,
see
but
him?
I just want to
Is
see.
there a different Alexander?
I would call him
Legs?
Alexander Hamstrington.
Stop. Here he is.
There he is.
There's
Okay.
Alexander Less Legs
Fuck a
Perkins.
job
That is what
is-
his
or-
shirt
or-
says.
Alexander
Does it say
Less
fuck
Legs
a job?
Perkins.
Or does it
His
just say
name
fuck
is
job?
Alexander Less Legs Perkins.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
a job.
not gonna miss my shot. Not gonna miss that guy on a bike.
Yeah, he's gonna take a shot.
Alexander.
By the way, I look at that guy. I think he's cool. Like he looks cool.
He does
Yeah.
look pretty
Yeah,
cool.
but he also looks like he doesn't give a shit. He crossed the center line. no one else cares that they've set up infrastructure at the gathering of the Juggalos.
But
There's
how,
no passing
okay,
zones, shoulders.
but how is he going to get around? I mean, I would argue back to the other guy. This is how he gets around.
You ready?
Carried around
This is where
in a chair.
I see. People think I'm lying. That Dan knows the stories really well.
You don't know, Dan.
I don't. There's some. I'll read them sometimes really quick. Be like, yep, and then I'll be like, we'll find it there.
Sometimes it goes in a direction that we can't even. Okay.
Perkins.
Oh, this is Les Legs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Les Legs was operating the golf cart pedals with a baseball bat.
Oh,
Okay.
Perfect.
So,
Okay.
I love it.
All right, that was his hand control.
Swinging
That's
away
like
at
how
him.
he turns on and off lights in a room was with the baseball
Just
bat.
breaks.
Yeah,
He's
just
he
throws
loses
it at
a lot
it.
of
How
deposits.
big is this cart?
It's a regular
baseball
golf
bat
cart.
is
Gotta be but
long.
I just picture him Louisville
but he's-
sluggering it down the.
So
Okay.
he's pressing down on the
Right.
on the accelerator with a bat.
Right. Perkins is
He
off.
did it
right.
like
I
this.
see.
He did it like that. He did it with a baseball bat. So
Perkins was operating the golf cart pedals with a baseball bat, and after the collision, it was apparent he was intoxicated on drugs and or alcohol. Batten's lawsuit states.
probably both.
However,
Yeah.
Perkins, who's not listed as a defendant in the suit, he's not even suing Perkins. You kind of
Well,
have to.
what are you going to get out of Les Legs Perkins?
Well,
how
I think his
less-
attitude, you're going to get less than
You're
you
gonna get
bargained
fewer.
for.
But wouldn't your lawyer tell you if you don't sue the guy who did it, it doesn't really give us anything to sue the other
But that
people-
goes against
people on?
family.
And clearly,
Sure, he's a
clearly, it's
documentarian.
the park's fault
Mhm.
For allowing
for
this guy-
engendering a society where a guy with no legs could use a baseball bat to push down on a golf cart and drive down a hill
Erratically
recklessly
while he's
you have
drunk.
time to get out of the way but still get hit.
Perkins, who's not listed as a defendant, told TMZ, that's where we're at too.
Okay,
TMZ's like, yeah, we'll take this.
Yeah, let's go.
That Batten's version of events is untrue. I love that Perkins isn't even a defendant.
But he's like,
"Fuck
let me
this guy."
discount this guy.
He has a new shirt on that says "Fuck,
Fuck
Batten."
this, fuck
a
this
Batten.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah. He said not only did he have permission to use the cart
Of course, I believe this is true.
because of his disability,
Thank you.
but that Batten was driving the wrong direction on a one-way road. The infrastructure at the gathering of the Juggalos.
They do
One-way
not.
roads?
I'm just going to say this: they do not mark those roads very well. I
And-
mean,
At 1 a.m.? No.
could have been
You
under
gotta know.
construction too.
He says that's their thing at the gathering every year. This construction.
There's just so much
When
construction
it's-
every
It
year.
feels like there's two seasons:
It's like
winter and construction.
Construction.
But
Downtown
I got to
Tulsa.
go 2 roads over because
Yeah.
everything's a one-way.
Right.
Just
Gotta
to come
take
back.
the detour.
Sir, I'm not letting you in. You should have gotten over when everybody else did.
Guys,
I
I tried to
I
take-
missed half of Coolio.
I
Yes.
tried to take the detour to the shimmering forest, and I could not. It sent me to the other tent.
He said that
Jesus.
Batten was driving the wrong direction on the one-way road and actually
was.
ran into him.
Oh.
He also said that while he used
You know how to motorized bike can just totally mess up a golf cart.
He also said that while he used the bat to operate the pedals, he was stone cold sober. I love that Perkins feels that's the trade-off.
Yeah.
Yes, I used a bat to operate the pedals.
Yes, I was driving erratically. Yes,
Right.
I probably drove this guy, but I was sober. when I did.
Perkins said he was ejected from the cart due to the accident, sustaining his own injuries. Batten is seeking damages for loss of income and medical costs against the festival and park officials' failure to take reasonable measures to protect his safety.
In other words, Batten was like, "Here's how I can make some money."
Yeah.
Right.
Let me make some money.
Look at
For
that
my
here on
film.
this. The gathering of the Juggalos did not respond to Billboard's request for comment. You're not going to get the gathering of the Juggalos to wade into this at all.
I also, when you said billboard, I was like, is this a 3 billboards outside of Ebbing,
Ebbing, Missouri.
whatever, where no, either of them could have
Just
put
two
up
golf
hey, why
carts.
won't you answer? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a guy who sued Burning Man.
What?
Because someone died.
Who would you sue?
There is-
the organizers of
Yeah.
Oh, there is a
There is a
on
central,
the ticket. It says you do stuff at your own risk, and
Right.
if you by
Right.
purchasing this ticket, you are entering into a contract that says it is up
Probably
to you.
because of this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. This goes back some years. He was a bartender in West Hollywood. Beautiful guy. And he went to Burning Man and the night of the big fire, where I guess you leave things or you
That's in the temple, yeah. So you leave
Okay.
notes and stuff in the temple.
Right.
Uh-huh.
He had forgotten to. So and it started burning, and I'm sure he was on drugs.
Yeah.
So let
And
me
he's
get really
like-
close and drop this in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go put this in. And so he did, and he
got
fell
burned.
into the fire.
No!
And
he
like
got
his
burned.
face got melted, lost a couple of fingers.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
So
But
you
also-
won the lawsuit, though, I'm sure.
Don't walk into. I don't think he did.
No,
No, there's no way you win the
You are
lawsuit.
not if you run into the fire.
Yeah.
Nobody is telling you have to run into the fire.
No.
Woo.
Anyway,
All right. Well,
But I
That's
imagine
dumb, too.
I imagine the people who
Now he
who
just
do Burning
bartends
Man
in East
and who
Hollywood.
do Gathering Juggos make decent money. I imagine they make some
20
money.
years in a row, they're making money off.
They're making money.
I
what does
mean,
a ticket go for?
for gathering the Juggalos?
We're gonna
Probably
find out.
$500.
Let's find out.
We're gonna.
Do you
find
think it's
out.
that much?
Oh yeah.
Do you want me to look it up?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm
look it
gonna
up.
try and find it
Ticket
out.
cost for Burning Man is what?
$450.
$450.
But there's an infrastructure there.
It becomes a city. I mean, there is like
Yeah, but $450 times
Look,
70,000.
the Gathering of the Juggalos, we don't know. It could be very well marked.
450 times
Okay, ready? Get your answer.
70,000.
We'll get out of here on this.
Okay.
How much do you guys think? You are our guest, Dave Holmes.
You can
Mhm.
go
First, Tig, or third.
a
How much
ticket.
do you think it costs to go to the Gathering of the Juggalos? Keeping in mind,
If-
we're going to do this next year to campaign
Okay.
for.
If it is a penny more than $25, I'll be stunned.
You're going 25.
Yeah.
Remember, it's like a 3-day event.
Yes,
Jason,
I am
go.
aware.
Pack of Marlboro Reds.
That's
Hard
it.
pack.
What is your guess?
$75.
$75.
$325.
$325.
Yeah, they got to make money.
The cost, general admission ticket to the Gathering of the Juggalos. Welcome to Whoopstock. This was for the 19th annual. So it might have changed.
1992, you said this is?
The 19th annual.
19
that's last-
Yeah,
so
it could have
last
gone
year.
up.
Yep.
Coulda
Okay,
gone
ready?
Uh-huh.
The cost is, and then we'll go on to the next story after we take a break. $190.
Okay.
yeah.
I was the one.
I don't know. You're like 200 away.
I said
What are you-
325.
I said 75.
You're 115 away. Yeah, Jason wins
Me.
it.
I win it.
Yeah.
Sit down, Randy.
Why?
Well, I thought you were $320.
I said 325 and you said 190, so I'm
That's
135
$135,
and you
I'm
said 75.
and he's 115.
115.
115.
All right, you're not that close to it.
Oh, but I was.
Closer.
Oh,
Dave
but I
Holmes
was.
said $25. All right, so
Ooh, more
here-
math wars. when we
moral
get back.
of the story: do not, when you go to the Gathering of the Juggalos, don't bring an electronic bike because you're not supposed to. Electric
Electric
bike.
bike.
And
Or-
also know where you're going.
Know
Yeah.
where you're going, and no, don't go the wrong way down a one way. I side
Respect.
with no legs.
Respect the laws.
Like less legs.
Yeah.
Alexander
Less
Leslie Perkins.
Okay.
His name is Alexander Leslie
Dave Holmes is
Yes.
with us. We will be right back with more Dumb People Town right after this.
Stick around, make a sound for more Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies. It's me, Daniel Van Kirk. Let me ask you a question. What actually makes a better toothbrush? Industrial strength power, claims of miraculous trendy ingredients, multiple modes. If you ask your dentist, they'll tell you it's less about the brush and more about how you use it. That's why Quip was created by dentists and product designers to focus on what actually matters for your oral health, healthier habits. I have a Quip and I love it. I actually keep it with me. Some of you may know I've talked about it before. I don't care. I'm not embarrassed. I got Invisalign. And so I have to brush my teeth a lot throughout the day, and Quip is the best for that. One, it's a great toothbrush. It gives you a little buzz to let you know when it's time to switch to another part of your mouth and teeth. And then it has a little case that it comes in, which is perfect for traveling. I keep a little bag with me when I go around. Don't like stuff in my pockets. And so if you have a purse or a little man bag or a woman bag, you can throw it right in there. It is so great to use and take with you wherever you go. It gives you a very good clean, one of the best I've ever had. The thing I love about it is not only does it clean your mouth, that tube that they give you that it comes in, a little traveling case, it keeps that clean because it's important that your toothbrush is clean. Like I said, the intuitive design is simple and easy to use, and it comes with that travel cap that I always use. They're thoughtful features that make brushing something you actually want to do twice every single day. And I don't have to think about anything because with the little timer buzzing, I know when to start and when I'm done. Good habits matter to a healthier life. So help form fresh oral health habits with Quip. Guys, trust me, if you're in the market for a new toothbrush or you need something like I have, like on the road, this fits both of those in your life every single day and will make brushing your teeth better and more effective. So Quip starts at just $25 and you'll get your first refill free at getquip.com/DPT. This is a simple way to support the show and support yourself by brushing better. But you have to go to getquip.com/DPT to get your first refill free. That's getquip, QUIP.com/DPT. I'm going to tell you one more time because I mean it. Go right now to getquip.com/DPT. Hey, it's me, Daniel Van Kirk, breaking into this ad portion to tell you about my tour. All of everybody who listens to Dumb People Town and Pen Pals, I love you guys, and I just want to let you know that I'm probably coming to a city near you or to a city near people you know. They live there. So come out and see me. Go to danielvankirk.com. This is all going to start the final run of the Together Tour I'm doing the 13th. We're doing a live Dumb People Town, so you can come to that. But then on the 14th, I will be in Philly, and then I will be in Baltimore, and then I will be in Chicago. I'm headlining Zanies in Chicago. It's my first time headlining a club in Chicago, Illinois, and I would love to have so many of you people come out to Zanies. That's the 16th through the 19th of October, and then I get right back into that Together Tour the next day on the 20th, and I'm going to Detroit, and then I am going to Rochester, and then Boston and Albany and New York and Cleveland, and then I pick back up in November on the 11th, and I'm doing Louisville, and Nashville and Milwaukee and Cincinnati, probably not that order, and then I end my tour on Friday, November 15th in Rochelle, Illinois. So if any of those cities are close to you, please come out and hang out with me. Come to those shows. I would love to see as many people there. I think we're doing it at Hilarities in Cleveland. That's going to be super fun. That's a Friday night, and there's so many other great shows as well. Obviously, New York and Philly and upstate New York. You guys have been asking me to come there, so I am. Boston as well. Again, go to danielvankirk.com to catch me on the Together Tour as I wrap this up. For everybody who's come out to shows in the past, I love you and I appreciate you. And everybody who's going to come out, let's hug and say hi. danielvankirk.com, the Together Tour. Thanks.
Hey guys, welcome back to Dumb People Town. Dave Holmes.
Yes?
You can listen to Dave Holmes on Sirius Radio.
I always love listening to you
on the
Sirius.
Spectrum.
Thank you.
Correct?
Yeah.
Not
Thank
only
you.
were you a
Thank you very
great
much.
VJ back in the Disney,
Oh,
I do think
thank you.
there is a flow to the shows that you do on Sirius Radio. First of all, very calm.
Oh,
You're
good.
like extraordinarily calm and extraordinarily soothing.
Thank you.
I often listen to a Dave Holmes show from beginning to end,
Wow.
which is just fantastic. Again, you have such a
Thanks.
knowledge of the music.
Well, thank you.
Always pick like certain things about
Oh.
the songs that I love.
When is
so
it on?
much.
When?
Okay.
Because I just catch it randomly.
I'm just on like Saturday nights, and
Saturday.
sometimes I fill in for other people or whatever. But I have literally zero say in what I play.
Really? But
It's a computer in
but
in a building in
you,
New York
all right, but
that
you
chooses
talk
Then you
about
have knowledge about the stuff. that
sort
you
of,
play.
yeah, here and there. I have a laptop in front of me.
whatever.
But yeah,
love it.
I yeah, it's a fun little gig. You know, it's I love doing it once a week.
Yeah, there you go. So there you go. Twitter, how can people
I'm
follow
on
you?
Twitter at Dave Holmes.
And Instagram?
Same.
Deal. All right.
So
Follow
what,
it
el-
up.
deal.
what else can people or should people be following?
How
you
can we
on?
direct them into your life?
Podcast Homophilia on Earwolf.
Yes.
Troubled Waters on Max Fun.
Mm-hmm.
My book Party of One is available on Amazon.
There you go. Get
Wherever
all of it.
books are sold.
Great.
Probably
Get on all
still.
those things.
Yeah, please.
Daniel, you just had a great weekend in
The Comedy
Jacksonville.
Zone in Jacksonville.
Thank you
for
for
those.
Headline. First
all good
headlining
time.
weekend.
Yeah, all the townies that came out. That was phenomenal to see
I love
you
that.
guys there.
I saw
there's always
Dave. I saw Dave at your album recording.
You
which-
guys
Yeah.
were both there.
When is the
Yes,
album
it's
going to
fun.
be coming out? Do
I
you
think
know?
it's next month, so it should drop hopefully very early October.
Shout out to Dominic
Very
Del Bene.
Yeah, over at
and
Blood
those.
Medicine.
We will-
November,
So
by
good.
November it should be up.
We
Such
will-
a fun night.
It was such a fun night. It's an amazing album. We will let this audience know so that they can support it
Mhm.
digitally and make Dan lots of money that he deserves from spending years and years of working this material out.
Yeah. And I'm going back on the road. We're finishing up the
Yes.
tour. I'm going to be on the East Coast right after we do the live Dumb People Town on the 13th, which you guys get your tickets because it's going to sell out and they're going to be like, oh, I didn't know. And if you wait too long to buy them, we won't have time to add a
So
second
right
show.
now it's Michael Che from Saturday Night Live
Yeah.
and Aparna.
Yeah.
We're working on a musical guest. I'm going to say this on the air. I want to put it out to Questlove to see if he can. If he
He'll
wants
do
to
it.
come.
Fun.
He'll do it.
He might. He's a fan. We're going to
Yeah.
put it out to him. If not him, other people have expressed interest. There will be a great musical guest. We're hopefully going to sell it out a few weeks out so we can book a second show.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
our
probably do a
goal.
little meet and greet beforehand, which we like to do. There's a couple great bars right around there, so people should come say hi to us and hang out with us on the 13th. And then I'm going to be in like Philly and Baltimore and Cleveland and Cincinnati and Louisville and Nashville and Milwaukee and Boston and even Albany and Rochester and Cleveland. I don't know if I said that. So go to danielvankirk.com. It's all going to be the final run of shows leading up to November 15th when I do the last run of the Together Tour, the last show in Rochelle, Illinois.
So we're recording this now, and this will drop next week. So this weekend that this is dropping, we're in Tinley Park in Chicago. We've been talking about this show for a long time. Come see us at the convention center. It's South Chicago. We'd love to see you guys. We haven't made it back there in a while. It's been a while, so we'd love to see you guys at that show. And
With Nate Craig.
Nate Craig, who's amazing. And then the next night we're in Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase Saturday night. The Rutgers game just got announced. It's a noon game, so everybody in Ann Arbor, you can watch hopefully a great victory, and then come
rest
and see us
for 3 hours,
and then come see us do our show.
Only 2 shows. I'm going to say in my gut and in my heart, it's Saturday night shows. I hope they sell out.
Me too.
So get your tickets.
Nate
for those.
Craig is going to be there with us there, and potentially Sandy Danto, who's in town, is going to do a little.
You were going to say Sandy Duncan.
Sandy Duncan will be there.
Blake Griffin.
Dennis.
Blake Griffin may come and do a guest set. We've asked him to do it. We just saw him. He was great on the roast, so maybe he'll come and do a guest set in that too.
Okay.
Just go Ann Arbor Comedy Show tickets. Get your tickets there.
Let me just say, Nate Craig is so handsome it makes me angry.
He is so handsome.
Handsome and funny.
And funny.
Oh my
Like,
God.
That's the thing. It's
he's
like
both.
you're not supposed to be
He
that
is
funny.
both
all
of
that,
those things.
and he's also a great hang. That's the other thing.
he's
that,
a lot of
like,
fun.
He could be handsome and funny and a jerk, but he's actually wonderful all three.
Yeah.
Like he's the type of guy that we want to drive from Chicago to Ann Arbor that night that we finish the gig. We're going to drive up there with him.
So it's that kind of hanging. And then first time forever for us doing stand-up, headlining a weekend of shows in Boston.
Laugh Boston on Thursday the 10th, we're in DC at the Comedy Loft. Never done that before. Very excited about
Let's
that.
sell
on
it out.
October
One
10th.
show.
One show. Only one show. And then in Boston, 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday at Laugh Boston on the 11th and 12th. Can't wait. And then that ramps up to the 13th where we do the Bell House in Brooklyn. Then Denver at the end of that month, Comedy Works the 24th through the 26th, 6th. And then we're back in Austin at Cap City. That's the middle of November.
And then we have dates all the way through May. So go to superscholars.com and check us out.
Lots of plugs. All right, let's get to another story.
Ready?
Yeah.
Sent in by.
Plugs,
Did I say who the first person
No,
sent
you didn't.
in?
Who sent the first one in?
The first one was sent in by Addison Walton at Addison Walton.
We could flip the names and it would work just as well.
You're
Yeah,
right.
they
Yeah,
both
that-
sound like law firms.
Walton Addison. Addison Walton and Walton Addison.
They're
Hello,
both characters in To Kill a Mockingbird.
Have you been injured at a gathering of the Juggalos?
I'm Addison
at the
Walton
f- at the-
at 333-77 Fago 3.
If you come to us, we guarantee your case has legs.
Oh, boo.
Sent in by this one, the second story was sent in by Sacco McTaters at Sacco_McTaters.
Love it.
I appreciate them because sometimes you'll get a weird name
And
and,
then
then
their
their
real
handle
name.
was what they had signed up for, but they're going with
They're
Sacco.
all
Well,
in
they're
on
fully
Sacco
behind
McTater.
Well, I think in light of the high-level American spy in Russian society that was removed and brought back out and home safely, and we're talking about spying in this country right now. One of the greatest cases in American history was the Sacco McTaters case.
Sacco McTaters.
Yeah.
Double
Sacco
Irish.
Vanzetti joke.
He's of Irish descent
Thank
and
you.
also likes taters.
Sacco
So
McTaters.
1-2 punch of the Irishness.
Okay, ready?
Mhm.
This one comes to us
Is that a famine joke?
from WENP.com. Eastridge, Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
A Tennessee man is suing Popeyes
Oh, boy.
over the countless time wasted unsuccessfully trying to score the wildly popular crispy chicken sandwich that sold out earlier this month.
So there was the hype came out. Who is
Have
better?
any of you had it?
I have not had it.
No.
Did you had
I
it?
have not had
Have
it.
you
no.
had it?
No.
Me either. Have you? I've yet to hear that it isn't phenomenal.
So it was the Popeyes chicken sandwich was on the internet. It went viral. Was put up against the
Probably the Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A
Chick-fil-A or Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Or
Chick-fil-A, I think, was the real. They had.
I
them
love
in
when
their
Kentucky
sights.
Fried Chicken was like, we're going to use chicken as bread and just throw
Sure, the double down.
the double down.
Did that for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That was a.
Anybody
little-
here eat one of those?
I would
Never
call that
did.
a double bypass.
You did?
No, I never did.
No,
did
me
you?
either.
But
no.
But
You
let
got
me
very excited
just
about
also
that.
I
say,
was
like,
so happy.
there was so much joy, I think, in the fact that Popeyes kicked Chick-fil-A's ass because of all of Chick-fil-A's horrible attitudes towards gay.
Meanwhile,
culture.
Yeah.
exactly.
don't
So
love
like,
it.
there's like a great moment. So that's like,
Meanwhile, Popeyes is
comeuppance.
probably like for separation of families.
Yeah,
Like, we're not
we
saying
don't
anything
know
about that.
We don't know what
I'm
Popeyes is
joking,
for
I'm
or
joking.
against, but their chicken sandwich supposedly was insane. And then there was a run on
Popeyes is
those
like
things.
women
Yes.
shouldn't be allowed to vote.
Or drive.
That's weird. Or
Popeyes.
drive. Why is driving an issue? All right, so and there was a run on the sandwiches, and now they can't get them.
gone.
And this guy's like,
And
"Let me sue."
They're gone. They're sold out till October, and then they just started a policy, when we're recording this last week, where you can now bring your own bun, because I think that's what their
The bun
problem
was
is.
the
They're
issue.
out of the bread.
Oh.
And so you can bring your own bun, and they'll give.
Why
you,
don't they
do a
contact
pretzel?
American farmers who need to sell off their wheat to make money? I mean,
come
like,
on, player.
come on, Popeyes.
And so also his deal is I don't want to let this go.
Yeah.
Is his problem is that he spent what a professional news writer
Yes.
refers to as countless time.
wasted?
not countless.
Countless time wasted?
You can't count the time.
To be fair, it's
Dave.
in quotes.
Okay.
So
Dave.
he's-
Okay,
So
so he
it's
said
his
it himself.
journalist
His
is
statement. I
citing
spent
Okay.
countless time. So you spent a time frame that we can't count.
That we can't count.
Time is a circle.
Oh
You
God.
can't count it.
Yeah.
It's relative to how you feel about
right.
the astral plane in which you reside.
How much time did you spend waiting for this? For real?
Countless.
No.
I live in a chicken matrix. Do you?
Mm-hmm. Craig Barr, 3 R's, 2 A's.
Yep.
Figure it out.
Craig Barr.
Craig Barr of Eastridge, identified in Hamilton County court documents, accused.
What if
the
he was
company-
identified in the court documents as a big fat fatty?
That's not right.
that's
A
in quotes, too.
douchebag. All
Craig
right.
Barr, a fatty. You know what? Live your fatty life, brother.
Live it.
He accused the company of false advertising, deceptive business practices by entity to public. He went to describe his alleged hardships. Quote,
And these are hardships.
here we go.
Yeah.
Countless time wasted driving to and from Popeyes.
He wants gas money.
I want to tell him, you can count it.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
You know what? You at any time we can figure out how long it took you to get from your house
Point A to
Popeyes.
point B.
They're
Yeah, and you know
mutually
what?
agreed upon units.
You know what you can also do? You can call Popeyes.
Y'all
See if
got
they
that
have-
sandwich?
I'm gonna call
you
up
guys,
Popeyes and
you
see
guys,
if they
you
have it.
can't.
You can't call Popeyes?
So the really nice person who gave me a ride from the airport to the club in Jacksonville, the Comedy Zone, we started talking about Popeyes.
No.
And she was in the Popeyes. She had gotten the chicken sandwich.
Yep.
She likes Bojangles more, which
Wait,
I
wait,
am
hang on a second. I love that you had a discussion about the Popeyes chicken sandwich without this story coming
Yes,
to you.
Yes. It
You're
was-
not allowed to call them and ask for.
No, you are. But Tish told me.
No one will answer
I'm
the
calling
phone.
them right now.
Tish told me that when she
Jay,
went
call-
there,
put on speaker.
I am.
Put on
when she
speaker.
went there,
Hold on. We're going to call Popeyes right now. Dave,
you need to tell them they're on air.
just tell them you spent
Oh, no.
countless time driving to it and from it. Okay. So as it's ringing,
Why would you answer if you're Popeyes right now? You're so sick of the public.
you are over.
We're literally the 8th podcast
Can
to call
you-
them
can
today.
you
So
ask-
it's not noon.
Remember my
Can you-
story about going to Taco Bell? And I was like, I can't believe they answered.
Yeah.
Why would you?
Yeah,
ever
we're just
answer?
going to let this ring through the rest of the story.
Dan-
I kind of like it because it makes
Jay,
us all
ask
talk
them
like
if they
this.
have an Impossible Burger.
Sorry, the party you are trying to reach
Does
has
not
not
care.
set up voicemail on 818.
What is it? A cell phone?
I don't like it. I'm going to call
Okay.
another one.
Call it
So-
different. Call that Hollywood
second
one.
one.
you
If
for
you
real?
don't want to answer the phone, do not list the number.
If you don't want to answer the phone, work at a fast food restaurant, I would never answer.
There's a lot going on right now.
Popeye Chicken, not going to help you?
Yeah, hi. I first of all, I want to tell you guys congratulations on your chicken sandwich. You guys, fantastic. And second of all, do you have any left at your place?
We don't have any. We're going to have them back till October.
Are you getting a lot of calls from people saying, do you have this sandwich?
Yes, we are. Every single day.
And do you lord it over people who work at Chick-fil-A?
Do we what? I'm sorry?
Do you lord it over them? Do you like see someone in a Chick-fil-A outfit and you're like, we got you, bitch. We got you.
No, but I mean, we're going to have it back soon. So hopefully, we get it back because everybody's waiting for it.
Well, we all love that chicken from Popeyes. We love what you do. God bless you. Thank you so much. Let's keep
Thank
it
you.
as poultry as possible. Thank you. They don't
She's
have
nice.
it.
And she answered the phone,
And she answered the phone.
She is nice.
Proved
Promote
you
her.
wrong.
Promote her and pay
Thank
her
you.
more.
Thank you.
Pay her more.
Get rid of
Popeyes.
the-
She was.
Did we get a name?
Wage gap.
I didn't get a name, but company gal.
She was
Company
smart of
gal.
her too to not give them.
Which
that.
Popeyes was that?
It's Popeyes in Hollywood.
Okay.
In Hollywood.
So Tish went there. Somebody called in. A guy called in, said, "You got the chicken sandwich?" They said yes. And the time that he got there, they sold out.
Of course.
So then he almost got
False
in a big
advertising,
fight. Yes, yes. So
You can't. By the way, you can't say
It's not
hold
false
one.
Yeah,
advertising.
for me.
place one on hold.
Could you say hold one for
No,
Greg
you
Barr?
cannot. You cannot. He went
By
on.
the way, though, talking about it is making me hungry. I will
went-
say.
Yeah,
I'm hungry.
I'm
I want one.
famished all of a sudden.
It's supposed to be amazing. He went on to describe his alleged hardships. Quote, countless time wasted driving to and from Popeyes. No chicken sandwich. Was told to come back this day. Still no sandwich. According to WTVC, Barr added that he was hustled after responding to an ad on Craigslist from someone claiming to know an employee who could hide away sandwiches for those willing to pay extra.
I was bamboozled.
You can put it on hold.
Then exchanged them for $24. Barr says he paid the person but never got his sandwich.
I was chickified.
So sue that person.
I know.
For $24.
That is the bamboozler.
You
Yeah.
can't sue. You can't sue Craigslist.
By the way, how fucking online do you have to be to get on Craigslist and pay $24 to
Hey,
be part
man.
of the chicken sandwich conversation?
You want to be a
that
part
will
of
come and go in an afternoon.
Right.
Who fucking
This is what I
cares?
keep thinking.
Dave.
Greg Barr cares.
In
Go to
March-
fucking Chick-fil-A, make a donation of an equal amount to the Trevor Project, and
That's
you
right.
are in
Yes.
the clear.
Yes.
Love
I
it.
agree. Also, let's not forget the fact the holidays are going to be upon us. It's going to fly by. It's going to be January before you know it. And the four of us in January could walk into any Popeyes and order 19 of these sandwiches.
Yes.
It's people are like, oh, I need this right now. No,
Greg
you don't.
Barr,
No.
that's what we've learned from this lawsuit. Greg Barr has no patience.
Remember when
None.
the McChicken was all the rage? I do. And you can get it whenever you want now for a
So
buck.
so this chicken is the fast food version of the iPhone 11. There are those
Yeah.
people who
Yes.
camp out
Or
the
the
night
Tickle Me
before
Elmo.
and they're like, I need to get that iPhone at 5 a.m. and I want to be the first one.
Because I want to.
Wait a month.
Because I just
I know.
want to walk
Wait
into my
a
job.
Wait a week, a day,
The
4
first
days.
iPhone I got, people were like the first iPhone.
Yeah.
People were camped out for 2 weeks.
Yep.
It came out on Friday. Ben and I went in on Saturday and got our
You
iPhone.
got the iPhone.
Shout out
But
to
they
that.
want people to just
No, they
I
want
know
to say
they
it.
want that.
They want to say it. They want to say, I got it first.
Got
I
it
got
first.
It
Right.
Who cares?
I waited.
Also,
Dan,
every iPhone has one update it needs right away because
Yes.
something went wrong. Let that happen for a week.
Yes.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist at all.
Well, that means you are. 'Cause
Here
that's who
comes
says
one.
that.
Here comes one. But
I'm not racist.
chicken conspiracy.
I'm not a vegetarian, but no. What if this is all a ploy, part of the PR? Whoever launched this PR campaign for Popeyes wasn't even in the fast food conversation.
Not at all.
6 months ago.
No, it was not.
Who was like, let me talk to you about my favorite fast food places? It's In-N-Out.
No,
It's
Popeyes
McDonald's.
Popeyes is low key the best. chicken.
Popeyes made a
really?
switch. Dan, a few years ago, Popeyes made a switch where they had that attractive, like middle-aged
Yeah,
black
she was
woman
great. She
talking
crushed
about
all that.
Louisiana. She crushed those commercials, short hair,
Yeah,
put
like
it
the
together.
giant
box falls
Yeah,
behind her.
yeah.
She was solid, great, like image change in the company. I still was like, oh, really? Popeyes is still around? That was my
Yeah.
take when I realized, oh, they're going to Louisiana style.
Do you know the one
Food.
in New Orleans, I think, is like a sit-down restaurant. Like it's nice.
Probably.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
Probably.
By the way, not
you're
one
right, you're right.
Popeyes.
This
But
jumped
I'm
them
saying
up
this
way
all of
into
a
the
sudden
spec-
vaulted
yes.
them into
Yeah,
the
yeah,
conversation,
Yep.
and now they're trying to. I
This is
think
their ice
maybe
bucket
this person
challenge.
doesn't even exist.
This is what they should do. They should try to come up with an even better version next year, and then when you register to vote and go vote, you get a free sandwich.
Oh, that'd be nice. I would like
Popeyes
that.
registering people to vote.
Well,
The idea that there is a Popeyes at Hollywood and Cahuenga makes me never want to eat at a Popeyes.
Why?
And I just
I
won't
know.
walk through the door because that whole neighborhood is so sketchy and
Sketchy.
filthy.
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 I lived in the East Village and I would eat, Jamaican meat patties at 4 a.m. from wherever.
So
but
a
I
truck that's
will
basically
not-
serving it off the sidewalk.
Yeah. I will not eat at like a fancy sit-down restaurant at like
In
that
around
area.
Cahuenga, Ivar, Hollywood.
Craig
it's
Barr.
just so unbelievably
Craig
filthy. I
Barr-
can't believe
Craig
the food
Barr's
could
willing
be
to buy
clean.
his food off of Craigslist.
Yeah, he's
Jesus.
willing to get secondhand chicken
That
sandwiches.
is
Check out
Craigslist.
a cooled sandwich that you would have to reheat.
secondhand chicken.
Yeah, why would you want that? Barr added in the complaint that he damaged his tire and rim while trying to track down the elusive sandwich.
Okay,
No,
so now
Craig,
he's just trying to get
I've
the
got
tire
an
fixed.
elbow thing. That didn't start till this whole.
My visor fell off. Stop, Craig.
It's gone from a lawsuit to like an explanation of why you're late.
I ran hard in and started coughing, and I haven't been able to stop. My lung has been damaged.
I've got an ingrown hair on my back, and I need it surgically taken out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, so Dan, when is the last time you've eaten Popeyes
Well,
or Kentucky
didn't
Fried
I tell you
Chicken?
about Popeyes?
Kentucky Fried
I got
Chicken.
addicted to Popeyes in college. I was eating the 3-piece with mashed potatoes and a biscuit at least 3 or 4 times a week.
Okay,
good for
no.
you.
Copy that.
I'm not Catholic, but I said I'll try it. You guys are doing this around springtime. I observed Lent and gave up Popeyes for Lent.
Okay.
The Tuesday after Easter,
Uh-huh.
I went and had it. This is probably like 2000, early 2000s.
You threw up everywhere.
I went and had it. I've never eaten Popeyes again since.
Why? What was
Because
it?
I'm afraid. Honestly, it
afraid
is
that you
so
will never
good.
be able to have a
Really?
child.
What's
Yeah.
good about it?
It's just perfect.
Oh,
I don't know why.
So no, when you were in Jacksonville at the Comedy Zone, when we were in
Jackson, Mississippi.
no, when we were in Charlotte at the Comedy
Oh,
Zone, they
yeah.
took us to Price's Chicken, which
Price's Fried Chicken is like a.
I've heard. Yeah.
It is a fried chicken counter. There are no seats in there. You walk in.
we walked in and we asked the people who were working behind the counter, we're like, how many people have died here? And they
3.
paused
And laughed.
and laughed. We're like, you're not answering us.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
paused.
You're not answering us.
When you pause and laugh, that means more than 3.
more than 3.
the
A
pause is
pause.
the edit. You edited something out of this conversation.
You're not answering us.
So
How good was it?
It was
Unbelievable.
so good. I did need to lay down though afterwards because I'm
I
not
was
used
like,
to that.
for 2 days, I was not right.
So my son recently said, "I want to try Kentucky Fried Chicken," and I was like,
It's good. It's
"All
very
right,
good.
I'll let
Original
you
recipe
try
is
it. I
very
guess you know, everyone's been the
Sure.
Colonel so far in the commercial. I'm waiting for them to do twin Colonels and give us a shot. But okay, so I take them through, and I tried a little of it too because I'm like, I want to know if this is good. I need to know what they're doing. these
Sure,
days.
that's why you tried it.
No, I just took a bite. I didn't order my own. I took a bite off his.
Sure.
The
But you ordered
nuggets
more
were
of it.
the chicken strips.
So
My
good.
review, not so good.
Really?
Felt
Haven't had it.
microwaved. Felt like they had been heated up.
Uh-huh.
Microwaved again. The actual breast of chicken on the bone, phenomenal.
Original recipe.
Huh.
Extra crispy.
Ooh.
Phenomenal.
Do you remember
Juicy. Good.
when it used to be like a sit down restaurant in St. Louis?
You get a
And you
bucket.
would get you get your bucket
Yep.
and you would get your little dessert parfait.
Yeah.
You get the little dessert parfait
That's what all those
with like a
restaurants
graham
do.
cracker layer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right, and it was like
Great.
vanilla chocolate, vanilla chocolate, vanilla chocolate.
I mean, look,
Something
we
like
were,
that, yeah.
we were Burger Chef fans.
There was like a
back in
graham
the day.
dust
Burger
layer.
chef. Burger chef.
Burger Chef and Jeff, they got tons of fun food.
Do
you-
Eight salt
You are
Popes.
the only people in the world who
Didn't they do that on
remember
Mad
Burger
Men?
Chef.
Burger
They-
Chef?
Did they?
They
I
did
think they
Burger Chef, but they also did like Arthur
Which ham, I
Treacher-
bet.
Arthur Treacher.
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
Who's
That
the
was a
other
big
guy
one.
do it?
Arthur
The
Treacher.
guy
Eight,
who's like a furniture ad.
Eight salt popes. H salt popes.
Is that the guy? The guy with the commercial who
Oh,
like talked
that's-
to the camera, he had like furniture he sold or
No, that
something
was
like
Brooke Dubman.
Brooke
Oh,
Dubman.
Brooke Dubman.
Dubman.
Have you seen him late? I recently
No.
was like, I wonder if Brooke Dubman
Welcome
is still
to the
around.
St. Louis hour.
He is not only still alive and making the scene,
Oh, no.
he fully dresses like a magician now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Brooke Dub-
that's-
but like he's been known to wear a cape.
No,
somewhere.
no, not that. A newer, a Chris Angel
So-
style.
So 3
But-
buttons down on the black
Shiny.
button down
A shiny.
shirt.
A lot of
There's a
bracelets and
sheen-
rings.
Maybe
there's
some
a
bracelets and
sheen
rings.
to it.
Yeah.
What was the ad you guys could recite?
Last Thursday, lightning struck my uncle while he was sitting in this
come
love
on
seat.
down.
That's why we're going to take 75% off.
Carol
And-
House, because
because
you
you
like
like
nice
nice
In
things.
things.
2001,
Jeez.
the Taliban attacked our freedom.
That's why we're going to declare a war on high prices. All right, that's terrible.
You guys want some hors d'oeuvres?
Hors d'oeuvres. I heard what is basically like the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog of the St. Louis accent. Last time, well, no, this goes back a couple years,
right.
but it was an art fair in Clayton, and it was like, and there were all kinds of little booths and whatever, and then all the local businesses would have you in for for some wine, and you could look at their stuff. And there was a woman outside of some store, like a jewelry store or a mug store, whatever. And she said, "Please join us for hors d'oeuvres and cocktails." And I was like, "That's all of it.
Please, John.
Please
That is
join
please join us
for our d'oeuvres
for hors d'oeuvres
and cocktails.
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 I was like, this is.
We're right off Highway 40.
I right off Highway 40.
We were in St. Anne's golf course and we heard a guy with no shirt on a golf course.
No shirt on and jean shorts on a golf course. And we were
beer in his back pocket.
Beer in his back pocket.
We just heard this piece
We just
of
heard
this.
the end of the conversation, and then for us, we were just trying to, the whole rest of the time, trying to figure out what's the
What's the what?
What's the ramp up to it? The guy just turned to another guy and said, "Well, that's sherry for you."
What did he just hear?
There's
about
a guy.
Sherry for
Like,
you.
what did she
Faria.
steal your dog? Like, what is that sherry Faria?
She tried to. She bullshitted about a chicken sandwich.
Jesus.
She backed
There's a
out of
guy
the
in my
closest
neighborhood
garage.
who he doesn't. I don't know if he lives in our neighborhood, but he walks around the streets of our neighborhood at dusk every night. Shaved head, couple of big tattoos, like one of those guys who's like jacked from being alive.
Yeah.
You know, just like
Yeah.
jeans, pit bull.
Uh-huh.
The
rapper?
The rapper.
Walks,
The
no,
musical
the
artist.
dog, the
Okay.
dog, the vicious dog, the vicious but gentle dog. And he walks the streets and he reeks of weed and he has a Bluetooth speaker on his belt that plays Spyro Gyra. It is the weirdest fucking thing. And he's like 30s, 40s.
When he's
youngish.
out, you know that like what it's going to
It's
be
dusk.
like a full moon or something.
No,
I don't know.
You
He's
know
there
that the sun's
most
going down in
nights.
30 minutes.
The
He's like a
harvest-
weird little
the harvest
celebrity
is
in my
happening.
neighborhood.
So
Anyway.
what happened is
Okay.
this guy.
Sorry.
Well, remember he damaged his tire and rim while trying to track down the elusive sailor.
Popeyes owes him for
As
that.
though he was like a bounty hunter, and he suffered emotional damage after being humiliated by his friends. Quote, "I can't get happy. I have this sandwich on my mind. I can't think straight," he told the Times Free Press. "It just consumes you."
So logically,
No, it
it's
consumes
Popeye's
you.
problem.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
that's
sandwich
Popeye's
drew long lines at Popeye's locations across the country after social media spat with competitor Chick-fil-A caught the attention of chicken lovers. The paper reports that Craig Barr owns a company in the automobile industry and believes that Popeye should be held to account for not meeting the hype they helped create.
Small business owner.
Quote, I know.
Does that become relevant at some point?
No.
No, he has employees.
He probably kept telling them, put in there, I own my own business.
Okay.
We're not going to put
Quote,
it in there.
It's totally deceptive. Who runs out of chicken? It's a big fiasco. Someone has to stand up to big corporate. I would be like, who hurt you, Craig?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Who are you?
I love that he made
Who are
this
you
about.
really wanting to fight
This
right
is
now?
about big corporate.
Right. What's her name and when did she leave?
What's your mom's name?
This is like if Falling Down were made now.
Yes.
No, but can I say, if Falling Down were made now, not to jump off on another tangent,
What?
like
That's what we're doing.
that
today.
there's another Rambo movie coming out,
know.
like in the 70s when a guy got mad at a town and stockpiled like weapons and started killing everyone in the town, we were like, yeah, that town treated you wrong. But since we've had like enough mass shootings, are we
Yeah.
rooting for this dude?
I don't know. I don't know the story.
I don't
I
care what the
think-
story is. You're in the wrong area. We don't need another Rambo. We don't.
Right.
Unless
We
Rambo
don't
gets
need
burned
another
out.
Rambo.
Unless in the first 5 minutes of the movie, someone walks in and blows him away and is like, "You're not shooting anyone in this movie."
Well,
and then the
this
rest
one,
of the movie
I
is like
think
us trying to figure out why.
I don't know much about it. I only saw a little bit of a commercial and I couldn't hear it. But I think that the plot.
So your
Tell
analysis
us,
is going to be
Please
It's
give
gonna
us
be
your
real deep.
review.
But I think it's about he has a daughter
Uh-huh.
and someone attacks her or you know
She's taken
she might be taken.
This should be a Liam Neeson movie.
And so then he has to stab everybody in the face. It's knives.
with a lot of knives.
Yeah.
A lot of
It's
knives.
no guns this time.
No guns.
We'll get out of here on this. Craig Barr is asking for how much in
Oh,
damages?
Jesus.
You are a guest, Dave Holmes. You can go first, Tig, or third. You can go last. You can go jump it off. You can go in between. What do you want?
I'm gonna go last on this one.
Okay. Jason or Randy Sklar, how much is Craig Barr asking for in damages? By the way, Popeyes did not immediately respond for requests. Of course
Not. Popeye is fucking busy.
Jay?
He's asking for $20,000.
Okay.
okay, I have a non-monetary thing that he's asking for. Okay, 'cause
Her to
this is
come
what-
back.
A year's worth
Nope.
of chicken. Oh.
Chicken for life.
Wow.
Ooh.
Chicken for life.
A Popeye's black card.
That is what he's. He wants front of the line access. Chicken for life. That's what he wants. Chicken for life at Popeyes.
Okay.
You've harmed me. Now I get to harm you.
$450,000.
$450,000. That's
By the
just
way,
for
Chicken
rim.
for Life is the better call because he could probably do that for like 100 times and then he's done.
But I mean, this is emotional damages. You can't put
Chicken for Life for them is like the easiest. Now, you can't do it for anybody else. You can't bring your aunt in and have
No,
Chicken for Life.
non-transferable.
Just you get
Yeah.
Chicken for Life.
It's like
Yeah.
the Olive Garden pass.
Thank
Okay, ready? Craig Barr is asking for
Chicken for Life.
$5,000.
I was the closest.
man.
$5,000.
That's-
20,000.
And
How
in that-
dare you waste our time?
By the way,
Craig
in
Barr?
hearing that, it seems like too much.
It does. Of course it does. It's all too much.
Well, I got this rim.
Our
Now,
attention is too
shut
much.
up about the rim, Greg. And if
Craig.
and let me ask you something, Craig.
Craig.
If you own an
Shut up,
if you own an automotive company, can't you get your own rim?
Yeah.
You stupid
Well,
dummy.
I know how to buy chicken too, and I can't make it like they
I
do.
try to get all my rims on Craigslist. All right.
Who runs out of chicken?
Who?
People who sell it, Craig.
Lots of places.
Yeah.
Be like me running out of hubcaps, which, by the way, we run out of hubcaps and we'll have them in
We
October.
should take Craig to Franklin's barbecue around noon.
Yep.
Be like,
Just
oh, they're out?
They're out. They ran out.
Craig, I'm so sorry. All right, there you go. That's story number 2 down the books.
Okay.
Can you give us a little teaser of what we'll see on story 3?
Oh, a guy tries to run and then wants help.
Okay, I love it. Dave Holmes is with the great
Yes.
Dave Holmes is with us.
thank you.
He's got a couple of podcasts, and we're going to talk about a guy running and getting stopped on the way back. This is Dumb People Town.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Townies, we
We're
got some
talking to you.
exciting news to share with you.
It's already started. We are launching a members-only version of
Dumb People Town.
called Dumb People Town Plus. It's everything you already love about Dumb People Town, but with some special benefits too. Not only will we be releasing exclusive episodes only available to members,
Dumb People Town Plus episodes will be ad-free and available earlier for members than anyone else. The best part is you'll have that sweet, sweet satisfaction of knowing you are supporting our show. Dumb People Town Plus is available on our favorite podcast app, and it is my app where I get my
I
podcast.
get all my podcasts here.
Himalaya.
I love Himalaya. All you have to do is download the Himalaya app. That's Himalaya and search for Dumb People Town. Then click Become a Member. It's just $5 a month. And you can join up and get those episodes early, get them ad-free, get extra content. That's what we want you to do. Again, go to Himalaya, search for that Himalaya app, download it. It's free. Listen to all your podcasts through Himalaya, then become a member.
Of
Search
Dumb People
Town at $5 a month, and you get all that extra stuff. Once you do it now, you guys are loyal listeners. We love you, Townies. Here's a way to bump it up to the next level.
Townies, we
we're
got some
talking to you.
exciting news to share with you.
It's already started. We are launching a members-only version of
Dumb People Town.
called Dumb People Town Plus. It's everything you already love about Dumb People Town, but with some special benefits too. Not only will we be releasing exclusive episodes only available to members,
Dumb People Town Plus episodes will be ad-free and available earlier for members than anyone else. The best part is you'll have that sweet, sweet satisfaction of knowing you are supporting our show. Dumb People Town Plus is available on our favorite podcast app, and it is my app where I get my
I get all my podcasts here.
Himalaya.
I love Himalaya. All you have to do is download the Himalaya app. That's Himalaya and search for Dumb People Town. Then click Become a Member. It's just $5 a month. And you can join up and get those episodes early, get them ad-free, get extra content. That's what we want you to do. Again, go to Himalaya, search for that Himalaya app, download it. It's free. Listen to all your podcasts through Himalaya, then become a member.
Of
Search
Dumb People
Town at $5 a month, and you get all that extra stuff. Once you do it now, you guys are loyal listeners. We love you, Townies. Here's a way to bump it up to the next level.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Again, at Dave Holmes.
Yes.
On Twitter, on Instagram.
You just had a great article come out in Esquire, didn't you?
Did I?
About music from the 90s or something?
Oh
like
yeah,
that?
well yeah, from the aughts. There was so I was going through my office and I found a bunch of mixed CDs that I had made from like
Perfect.
2000, from like the times when you would make a
Make
mixed
mixed
CD,
CDs,
like
of
after having bought CDs, like you couldn't buy. I mean, you could, but you didn't buy CDs anymore. You wouldn't make mixtapes anymore,
course.
and streaming wasn't a thing yet.
Right.
So you would make mixed CDs, right?
Have a
And I was
bunch.
going through them, and I remember everything, and I was like, I don't remember any of this shit.
Right.
And like I would see a band name, and I was like, I don't
What
I
is-
can't sing this song.
Right.
I can't.
It
nothing.
just left me.
So I posited that like from 2003 to around 2012, there's this decade of music where like yes, there was your Rihanna and your Taylor Swift and your Ed Sheeran and whatever.
Always.
But everything but the top tier got washed away because we didn't buy CDs.
Nope.
So there's nothing on a shelf to remind us that we have it.
That's right.
We forgot about it, so you wouldn't build a playlist on Spotify around it. So there's like
Music was so disposable.
it was literally disposable.
Yeah.
Like it was something that you would hear on Pandora and it would pass you by unless you were there to catch an artist name
That's
or
right.
whatever. So like everything but the top tier is just kind of forgotten.
Like
you don't.
men, like Steal My Sunshine.
That's in the
Yeah,
90s.
that
Those
was the
90s.
90s, and that's timeless.
But okay.
But like Lumidee and
No idea.
Lumineers?
no
Lumidee.
I'm kidding.
You know
No,
Right.
I don't.
you would know it if you heard it.
Okay.
But you're
Cassie
proving your point.
and God, fucking what else?
Cassie.
But
Sounds
like
a
even the cool
dog.
shit, like clap your hands, say yeah,
Yeah,
and
that was
the
great.
3 exclamation points and the whatever, tapes and tapes and shit like that.
Tapes
Like,
and
do you remember that?
Tapes and
It's like
tapes.
you remember Vampire Weekend, but everybody underneath that kind
Hot,
of went
hot
away.
heat.
Hot heat, my friend.
Oh my God.
heat.
All
I
right,
have
this
no
is great.
idea what
All
you're
right, so that
talking
article's
about.
in
That
there a
article
little bit.
went nuts,
And
which
it's
is
in
good.
Esquire right now. And
Yes,
Esquire.com.
and it hit the kind of viral where people who don't read it.
yeah.
Yes, I
and
saw
and
it.
I got all kinds of dumb responses like,
Wow.
the music from them is good. Yeah, I didn't say it wasn't. Yeah, nobody says you're not allowed to listen. Yeah, I know.
No
I
one said
didn't
that.
say
I'm
that
not saying
you're not
that.
allowed.
So
I'm just
that
saying that it's kind of forgotten.
Some
Please-
of those you
please
can literally
answer
just
more-
respond with, write me again after you've read the
read
article.
the thing.
Right.
Read the
'Cause
thing.
you can
If
always
I
tell
engaged at all, that would be how
Yeah,
I
yeah.
engaged. But
Please
I'm
come
glad
at
you
me
don't.
with more stuff that I didn't put out there.
Yeah. You looked at the headline
Yeah,
that I didn't write, and you
I
had
love
a
it.
thing.
All right, well, let's
You
jump
want
into
to do
this
a final
last
one?
story. Let's do
All
it.
right.
Okay.
Sent in by Paul Arsenault at Pistol Paul 48.
Pistol Paul 48.
Love
Real
it.
quick, can we talk about
This is Paul
a goodly
Maravich?
deal from Art Hack Buick?
Oh, yeah.
Remember
What
him?
is it?
Art Hack.
Come
Buick.
on
Yeah.
down to
Art Hack Buick. Come on down and get the Art Hack price.
Yeah, he was like an animated guy.
Okay.
Remember him? Just black and white?
I hope somebody makes that their ringtone. Shasta Lake.
Yeah, Lake
When's the
Shasta.
last time you had a Shasta?
Oh, that was a very St. Louis thing.
Vest
Cola.
Yes. Am I imagining Dr. Schnee or was that real?
Dr. Schnee
That-
might be imagining. I remember Vess and
Dr. Schnee.
That was their Dr. Pepper.
so Vess.
Someone lives in a
But
part of this
Dr.
country
Schnee
that
was a
misses St. Louis
PhD.
so much, and
Right,
you guys
so
are
th-
making them.
So
feel
there is
so
a Vess.
happy.
So there was a
Schnee.
famous Coca-Cola commercial many years ago. Mean Joe Green.
Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey
Joe.
Hey
Yeah.
Joe. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey
yeah,
kid.
Yeah.
So a kid comes into the locker room where you're like,
No, they're in
"Ooh."
the tunnel.
They're in
in
the
the
tunnel.
tunnel,
on the way-
but it's a tunnel to the locker room, which is right there.
Yeah.
And
Right.
he's sitting down on a bench and he's just finished a game, and the kid gives him a Coke.
gives him a Coke, which is what you want to drink right after you finish a football game.
Sure.
Then the kid turns to walk
to walk
away,
away,
like,
like,
I'm just a pure altruist. I'm not into
I don't
reciprocal
need
altruism.
anything.
I'm just
Also, I got in here somehow.
yeah.
Also,
and,
everyone
I'm
just-
nowhere near my parents. I'm giving you this Coke, man. Big football player.
Mean Joe Green.
Mean
whose
Joe
name
Green
is
here,
Mean in your
Mean
name.
Joe here, Mean Joe, and he gives him the Coke, and then he starts to walk away. And the Mean Joe Green says, "Hey, kid." Kid spins
Spins
around.
Here, catch, throws his jersey.
Kid,
I
Kid
was
didn't
with you.
ask for.
Right.
So
but
in
now have.
St. Louis, and we talked to him about this when we actually
Had him on our podcast.
Had him on our podcast.
Dan Deerdorf, who was a player for the football Cardinals, was
Monday
sitting.
Night Football for
They
a while,
recreated that commercial where
for
Dan,
Vest Cola, where
Dan-
the kids. Do you remember the commercial?
No!
The kid
I remember
comes
the
into the
original.
locker room and said, "Hey, Mr. Deerendorf, great game.
And the
Thanks,
kid,
kid."
And then he's like,
So then he said something about like, "Can I give you the?" Or he said, "Can I give you?" So Deerdorf is drinking a Vest Cola.
Yeah. And he said, "Kid, you want my
A
jersey?
jersey?
And the kid's like, "I'd rather
Or
have your Vest Cola."
Commercial.
Yeah.
I
Perfect.
do faintly remember that. yeah.
All right, so Mount Shasta,
Just
Lake
whistle.
Shasta.
Shasta Lake, California. This comes from us from KRCTV.com.
Thank you, guys.
Officials say an Oregon man who spent the 4th of July boating on Shasta Lake near Bridge Bay jumped into the water to get out of a sobriety test. That's a great way to prove you are not
They won't
drunk.
find me.
Right.
Out of the frying pan and
I
into
live
the water.
in the water now.
But then asked a deputy to rescue him. That's a quick turn.
Yeah.
After you guys! We'll help!
I'm too drunk to swim.
We'll help! Oh, I'm taking on a lot of water.
I didn't realize how deep this was.
Deputies say it happened at approximately 6:15 p.m. on July 4th. You
It's a
almost
lot
got
of day
Dan,
drinking.
Oh my God, it's going to be light for 4 more hours.
I know.
If the
6:15.
shape of water was this story,
It
Of
would have
course.
been amazing.
they should give it 2 Oscars.
6:15, July 4th. That's the 3 a.m. of day 3 a.m.
Oh
of
my
day
God.
drinking.
You've
right
been
there.
drinking
Sure.
since July 2nd.
Yes. After a person reported a very intoxicated boat operator at the Bridge Bay
Boat
gas dock.
operator.
There you go.
You're a boat
operator.
operator.
Deputies
Coast
responded.
to coast, L.A. to Chicago. Why was that a coast?
Why? That is
How was that
not
ever a
at
coast?
all
Not
a
a coast.
coast.
Explain that, Charday.
She was drunk as this guy.
Chardonnay.
Why is it New York to East California? What about
Exactly.
those of us who live?
to coast, New
You're just going
York
to
to
Needles.
Salt
Yeah.
Lake City.
She's already. Why is it Sade and not Sadie? All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Deputies responded and found
Do you know it's Sade because of a typo?
Someone said
It's pronounced Sade.
Sade.
Right.
But when they were printing up the stickers to put on the album, it was somebody's H looked like an R. So the first printing of that album
No
went
way.
SHAR day.
Sade.
See, Dave, you're great.
Thank you so much.
Bring him the knowledge.
Deputies responded
sorry.
and found the ski boat in question near No Name Island and stopped the boater, Robert Callahan. That's Big Bob Callahan.
Big
of
Bob
Klamath Falls.
Callahan.
I can handle my liquor.
Yeah.
No, you can't, Bob.
Thank you for
Like he was
reinforcing the cultural view of Irish Americans.
He was just driving with the ski flapping in the back, like nobody on the.
Who are we
street.
going to Shasta with? The Callahans? I don't want to go. He
But
gets
holding
too
the
drunk.
flag up. He'd been boating for 3 miles with the flag up, no
I
skier.
get it.
When the deputy asked Callahan to get into the patrol boat for a sobriety test, Callahan took off his hat and life jacket and instead jumped into the water. Why would you take the life jacket off?
That's my
He
cue.
metaphorically took the life jacket off when he started drinking that day.
And you know it's a bucket hat.
Oh, jeez.
Callahan swam about 50 yards away before he asked the deputy to pick him up.
That's
That's
he
great.
he literally.
All
liter-
right, you got me. Get over here.
He was literally in over his head.
He was
cop's
out
like-
over his skis.
And in over his head.
The cop goes, "You come back. You come get me now."
Out over his skis and in over his head.
head.
The Bob Callahan story is a made-for-TV special. that needs to
ABC
be
And you know the
special.
cop's standing at the end of the dock, just arms crossed, and he's out there. Come on, hey, honey, come get me.
I can't do this anymore. Like,
him
yeah.
drown.
What,
Yeah.
you can't come get me? No, I'm divorcing you. He swam 50 yards. Once Callahan was rescued, he got into the patrol boat and failed a field sobriety test because he had a blood alcohol level of
What?
guess it.
how high do you guys think?
So you know,
his
Dave,
blood alcohol
.08
level was?
is legal
0.08
limit.
is
08 is
legal
legal limit, and
Yeah.
so go from there.
0.27.
Okay.
Ooh, that's really good.
50 yards, though. He did swim 50 yards.
Yeah, but 50 yards.
Anybody
is
can
not,
flail
anybody can
50
Yeah.
yards.
Point 0.27 is a lot, man. That's over 3 times the legal limit. I'm going to say point 0.21.
Okay.
I'm going to say 0.32, and reason I'm doing this is that people don't think you can get a DUI driving a boat. They don't think because there are no other there's no roads. They don't think you can get it on a golf cart. They don't think you can get it on a bike or on a horse.
It's
Like-
driving while intoxicated.
right. So he definitely thought I can be as drunk as I want to be because I'm on the lake.
Mhm.
So I think he's really drunk. 0.32.
One of you is only 2 points off.
0.02 off. 200ths off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once Callahan was rescued, he got into the boat, failed the sobriety test because his blood alcohol level was, play along, townies, come on, wherever you are, hit me. with the
Shout it
answer.
at the moon.
It is 0.29.
Wow,
Dave Holmes.
Dave Holmes.
Callahan was arrested for being under the influence. 0.08 or more of the blood alcohol is what you get rung up for. Meanwhile, deputies say the boat's owner, Riley Hogue,
Okay,
was,
so he doesn't own the boat.
was too intoxicated to care for his own safety and operate the boat, was arrested for being intoxicated in public. I don't like that because that person was just drunk in a boat
He knew not to.
Well, but it was his
and not
boat.
driving.
It was
Riley
his
Hogue.
boat. He should be in charge of
The,
the boat.
and it
the
was also
Kylie
parked.
Minogue, another, is that Kylie Minogue
No,
from that
everybody
era?
remembers.
No, everyone
No,
knows
no,
her.
no, no, no. She's
She did the
timeless.
locomotion, right?
Callahan and Hogue were transported and booked to the Shasta, County Jail The Shasta County Sheriff.
Callan and
Road
Hogue, the
Safety
new
Unit,
Rizzoli and Isles of drunk people on Shasta.
would like to remind people not to drink and drive. We'll get out of here on this. How old do you think
Bob Callahan.
Bob Callahan is on the 4th of July,
4th of July.
on a boat?
On a boat.
You know he wears a hat with a life jacket.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Can only swim 50 yards. Might have
Yeah.
been the drinking. Might have been
Big
the lifestyle.
Bob
might have been both.
Callahan.
And it's fun for me to imagine that he got this drunk on Michelob Ultras.
Yep.
Like 47 Michelob Ultras.
You
Just
have
throughout
to
the day.
really double drink those.
You really.
And 3 White Claws.
Yes. Have you had a White
Try
Claw?
it. Yeah. You know what? I had them a year ago. My cousin
They're the
Ben,
Impossible Burger.
cousin Ben came out to visit, and I'm like, "What is this?" And they were good. And then now we're a year later, and they are like 180%. But I'm going to
They're
tell you right now,
sandwich popular.
pro tip
There
for
you-
people who really want to enjoy a nice seltzer that isn't bad for you, low calories, High Noon. Go with High Noon. You will love
Great.
them. They're
Done.
very,
Interesting.
very good.
Done.
They-
White Claw
they
is
should
what
have-
they call
they should-
Bob Callahan.
Yeah.
High Noon, sponsor us.
Bob Callahan is the White Claw of drunk boat drivers.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Okay. Where is this? Where in the country are we
It's in
again?
Shasta
We're in
Lake.
Shasta Lake in Oregon, I believe. No,
Yeah.
Shasta Lake, California.
California, it's right
Yes,
near
like
the
right
Oregon
near
border.
Oregon.
Right near Oregon.
He's an Oregon man.
Okay. I'm gonna say 42.
42 from David.
So
Holmes.
I'm imagining the dad from Dazed and Confused who comes back
Yeah.
to the house because he thinks his kid's having a party because the beer guy
Honey?
shows up to it.
We're not going anywhere.
Put your bags
Put
down.
your
We're not
bags
going.
down.
So that guy in the show was probably like 49.
Uh-huh.
But he looked like he was 60.
It's like James Gandolfino. You know how old he was in the pilot of Sopranos?
36.
36 years
Jesus.
old.
Okay.
Yeah, Ed Asner was like 34 in the pilot for
Mary
Mary
Tyler
Tyler
Moore.
Moore.
Jesus Christ.
All right. I'm
crazy.
going
Ed Asner and up.
29 years old.
42.
All right. I'm going to say 56.
Tom Hanks is older than Wilford Brimley was when
Yeah.
he started.
I know.
when the Traveling
Cruise is 3
Wilburys
years
came
old.
out, like they were
I know.
all our age.
They were all younger than us.
Younger than us.
Like Roy Orbison was 51, but the rest were like
51.
younger than
Roy
us.
Orbison is 4
50
years older than us.
3.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna say he was 62.
62?
Oh,
Okay.
You
wow.
said how old? What?
57?
56?
I said 42.
42, okay.
I said 42. I think they're young kids. I think they're at camp.
Nope.
You
I
can
think
change.
this
You can
is
change now. do
No,
you
no,
want?
he's
No.
happy with 42.
He's happy with
I'm happy
42.
with 42.
56, 62.
Okay.
56.
All right. We'll leave you on
Because
this.
listen, Northern California 42 is a hard 42.
That's a hard 42. Shasta
County.
42.
Okay, here we go, Townies.
Yeah.
Rounding it out with a round of Guess the AG. Play along wherever you are. Scream into that cubicle void because Robert Callahan is 31 years old.
Oh, my
Wowee.
God.
It's an old man name.
But
It's
Wow.
an old man
he
name.
looks bad for his age.
Bob
Yeah.
Callahan.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. That's a show, you guys.
Love having
Dave
you here,
Holmes,
Dave.
thanks for
What
coming
a
on.
pleasure.
Thanks for lending your musical knowledge. I want everyone to check out that Esquire article. Do you know the title of it that you
I
didn't
think
come
it was
within?
it just searched the deleted years. I don't
Okay,
remember
the
what the
deleted
exact
years. If you're a
headline
fan of
was.
music from the aughts, this is an article that you have to
Heard
read.
one while we were gone that I forgot about. Beautiful girls. Remember?
Oh,
beautiful
yeah.
girls.
No.
They only wanna do you dirt. They'll have you suicidal.
Yeah.
Suicidal.
Don't know it.
This is a St. Louis commercial.
Don't know it.
But no.
No, I
Jeez.
thought that was
Probably
a,
did know it.
I thought that was a
Guarantee you
commercial for Art Heck Buick.
Come on down to Art Hack Buick. Come on down and get the Art Hack prize. Oh, shit. We got to get back to work.
Dum 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 dum. Stick around, make a sound, talk her down. It's Dumb People Town.
Star Bands Audio, a podcast network.